day 50 of Marietta Rose Garden. So today we are going to take a garden hoe, and remove the grass from around the cherry trees, which actually we did this several weeks ago. This is like a recap. I'm going to show you the progress. We plan to plant marigolds around the fruit trees. Best way to get this grass up really is just with a hoe, and it kind of takes it up even by the root, and we shouldn't have any trouble with it really trying to grow back for a long time. So marigolds actually repel different type of aphids, mosquitoes, and even rabbits. Rabbits don't like the smell. We don't have to worry about rabbits getting to the cherries, obviously, but aphids could possibly be a problem. So we've got all the grass removed, and I'm going to take my weasel and just rough up the dirt a bit so that the seeds don't have to try to grab onto the hard, dry dirt. So we probably should have thought about where our shadows were being cast. Makes it a little bit harder to see what we're actually working on. But we just have some regular marigold seeds that were, I think, 50 cents a package, very inexpensive. And marigolds are easy to grow from seeds. A lot of flowers aren't, and marigolds are about the only thing that I actually try to grow from seeds. I might try to start some things later on, maybe next year in the house early, and try to do that. But you can just sprinkle these on and they will grow fairly fast. So what we're going to do is, we actually have 2 cherry trees and a peach tree, and so we have removed the dirt, the grass from around all 3 of them, and kind of roughed up the soil. Sprinkle the seeds on. If they're too close together, once they start to sprout, marigolds don't have a problem being crowded. They can usually flourish and do pretty good even if they are a little bit close together. But if they seem to be too close together to where they're not going to have enough room to really grow, there's one of the little cherries, then we can always just either pluck out the one that's not doing as well or move them. And so we'll worry about that once they actually start to sprout and come up. Get the rest of this grass out of the way from where we want to plant. So I'm just going to put this potting soil on top of the seeds just to give them a little extra nourishment. This is, better soil than what I've just got in my yard. So they've got the soil underneath that's kind of roughed up a little bit so that they can have a good start, and then this over top. And we are going to make sure to keep this nice and moist. I'm going to try to water it most days until it starts to sprout. Here we are. This is several weeks later, and those are definitely marigolds. That's when they first started to pop through. They just kind of look like they have 2 little sprouts, and then it really just didn't even take but a couple of days for it to turn into looking like maybe a little speck of a weed to the marigolds. There are other cherries on the first tree coming right along. So the marigolds will continue to grow and get big and then have nice orange flowers. Not as many around this tree ended up taking, but there's still time. You just never know. More might still grow, and look how good these cherries are turning out. They're already starting to get some color, which we'll have to start worrying more about birds probably once they start turning red. But I think all in all, it's going to turn out really good, and we will check in a few weeks and see the progress again. Thank you for watching my 50th episode of my garden for this year, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.